The following video may contain descriptions of violence, mentions of drugs and alcohol, mild language, and cheese. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, and welcome to Daggers, Dragons, and Dice. We're playing Dungeons & Dragons. We are not professional entertainers of any kind, but we do hope you enjoy anyway. So, getting into the game. Last we left off, you all having discovered a bounty on a strange creature of local legend to the people of Curlinfell, and finding some evidence of its appearance at Greenfield, followed rumors to the west, making your way toward Gorlin Mill, where it is said that approximately 10 years ago, the creature destroyed the entire town. You all skirted around a bit, avoiding the roads, as the Baron of Curlinfell has declared the mill off-limits. While cutting across country, you ran into an interesting individual by the name of Kalino, a winter elf who has apparently traveled with Tanith in the past, and you all joined forces, deciding that, there's strength in numbers, or so you hope. Kalino also relayed that he, the previous evening, had seen these glowing amber eyes and heard some very strange, unnatural sounds as something chased him. And in the wee hours of the morning, as dawn was approaching, Malachi caught a glimpse of a pair of amber eyes watching you all from the shadows, and a pair of tracks, almost human, but missing their toes, with 3 long gouge marks in the ground ahead of them. You all set out, heading directly north for Gorlin Mill, and upon arriving discovered a ghost town. Perhaps a once thriving little settlement, driven into a sudden prosperity by the discovery of valuable ores in the hills and the opening of a mine. You found scraps of documents, long mildewed, some perhaps once burned, in the town offices. One seemed to bear the symbol of the university at Del Rin. Another seemed to talk about some strange finding in the mines. And Goon, looking around, found some remains never retrieved, including a skeleton sat upright in its long rotted bed, staring at the doorway, where he found 6 long gouge marks in the wood. You all reconvened, and after exchanging information, decided to press on into the mine to see if you could find any clues about the origins of this creature, and instead came across an active mining operation run by some bandit group, it seemed. Upon discovering you, some of you walked forward attempting to parley, but the bandits were not interested in parley, and one of the captains ordered you captured or killed. At which point battle was joined, and rather swiftly and brutally, the bandits were put down and captured. At which point it was discovered that they had captives chained up working the mine for them. Kalino and Malachi and Goon all went up to speak with the one captive that was topside, who then called down to those below to come up, while Tanith interrogated the captain, a man who claims his name is Calvin. Rather brutal man, heavy set but powerfully built, bald with scars across his head. As we pick up, Tanith, Adam, Snowdrop. What are the three of you doing? I don't hear you. Okay, there you go. You started out too quiet, so it wasn't picking you up.
Oh, gotcha. Tanith will make sure that the captain is secure. She has some rope in her backpack. She wants to make sure he's not going to try to run off or anything. And does she know if slavery is legal in the Kingdom of Del or not?
Make a history check. While she's rolling that, what are the other two doing?
I did one last time, but I rolled pretty low on it.
Yeah, you didn't know, Adam. But Snowdrop, Adam, what are you guys doing?
So all the slaves are out now, right?
No, they are working their way out of the mine. You don't know how deep it is, but there was only one topside, and he only about a minute ago called down to the others.
Oh, okay.
18.
18. All right, we'll come back to that.
They're all linked by a chain or something, or a rope, right?
Yes. Goon went to break the chain, but the captive stopped him, as it is also their guideline out of the mine.
All right. What does the base camp look like outside of this mine?
Yeah, so there are two standing permanent structures. One, you gather, could be a warehouse of some sort for supplies, tools, food. The other looks to be a bit more like perhaps it was once an office for a mining company, but now it has been repurposed as the bandits' base of operations. There are also several tents off to the side, a pile of debris outside the mine where stuff's been carted up and out, some tools lying around.
Can I go to their where their base of operations is, that old office building?
Yeah, so you trudge off to that.
When they're snoop about.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Snowdrop?
Maybe. She'll stay with Tanner.
Okay.
And just like take any weapons and put them like far away. But she's not really actively doing much of anything. She's kind of a little shaken.
Okay.
Like visibly.
Okay. So, Tanith, with the roll of 18, you would know the general practice of slavery is not legal in the Kingdom of Del. They do have forms of serfdom and occasional indentured servitude, but the general trading of individuals as slaves is outlawed.
Okay.
So you go to...
Forced servitude is also illegal, I'm assuming?
Say again?
Forced servitude is also illegal, I'm assuming?
That's along the lines of indentured servitude, which is in this case is mostly you're forced into servitude because you've defaulted on a debt. That kind of practice is legal.
Right.
So you go to bind the captain. Adam is trudging off. The others are helping the captives. At this point, as you approach, he notices you've lost numbers, and Snowdrop is not really engaged. He's going to book him, and so are the other four with him.
Can I cast
Can't-
Entangle? Or do I have a reaction or anything?
Yeah, you can take a reaction. I mean, they're not going to get away in one round. Remind me what Entangle does?
Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting from a point within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground in the area into difficult terrain. A creature in the area, when you cast a spell, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends. The creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC on a successive result.
Okay. So that's going to be 5 strength saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
What's the DC on this?
13.
13?
Yeah.
Alright, the captain and one of his men do manage to resist. The other 3 are entangled.
I want to shout towards the captain. If you do not stop, I will kill you before you leave this valley.
Roll intimidation.
Try to intimidate them, yes. Okay. Good roll. Okay, 21.
21. He continues running.
I am going to once again cast Dissonant Whispers on him.
Alright, that's a wisdom save.
Yes,
Alright, what's the DC on that?
14.
14. That is a failure. He'll take full damage and continue to run, as that is the second part of the spell.
Yeah, thought he got real hurt last time. Will he survive 3d6?
He might.
Maybe?
He was one of the tough
Okay.
ones.
Okay.
Depends what you roll.
Depends on what I roll. I started with a 5. We'll see. 14.
14. He's still up.
Darn.
So, as these bandits begin to run, Snowdrop snaps out of it long enough to hold out her hand, and you watch as out of this rather barren, rocky soil, these long tendrils of vines spring up and attempt to wrap around the bandits. Most of them are caught, but 2 of them, including the captain, manage to just bust through. You call after the captain. He ignores you. You send out your spell, and you watch as he clutches his head, gives a bit of a scream, and picks up the pace. At this point, he's almost around the bend out of this little area.
How far away is he?
At this point, he's going to be about 120 feet away. Would have been farther without the entangle. In
I
fact,
used my fist up hard.
yeah, all 3 of the others at this point break the entangle and are booking it.
I was gonna try to go up and tie them, but I was waiting for that series of
Oh,
actions.
sorry.
That's okay.
Tanith at least wants to get one of them before they leave. She would run after them. And try to, if she can, grab one of them before they run off.
One of the ones that just broke free, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead and make an athletics check. Snowdrop, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to run and tackle one.
Alright, you also give me an athletics check.
I got a 15.
15?
16.
Yeah, both of you managed to bring one to the ground, but the third continues running. The captain and the first one are gone at this point.
Mm-hmm.
like to start trying to restrain the one that I have.
Okay. This will be a survival check using dexterity if you're trying to tie them up with rope.
I'm not very good at this. 5.
5. Yeah, you try to tie the knot, and immediately they slip out of it, and they do manage to also slip out from under you and begin running again. Snowdrop, what are you doing?
I am. You said it was a survival check with dexterity, right?
Yes.
I don't think she has. Do I have rope? Hold on.
I don't know.
I has rope? Yes, has rope. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'm just gonna hold him. I'm not very good at tying rope. I know this. I'm just gonna hold him.
Okay.
I am reasonably strong. I should be okay.
Okay. Go ahead. We're gonna do a best of 3 here. This will be strength check on your part.
Okay. Strength or athletics? Oh, it's the same. It doesn't matter. Never mind. 19?
19. That's a success on your side. Roll again.
Or wait, that's a 21. I'm sorry. That's a 10.
Okay, success on his side. Last one.
Ooh, 19
19. Okay.
total.
So 4 of the bandits have escaped, but you have managed to secure this one. He's still struggling, but his struggling is getting weaker and weaker as he realizes he's not going to get away.
I just kind of shove his face in the dirt, just like use all of my height advantage.
Yeah, so you shove his face in the dirt. He's spitting and groaning and growling, but he is not escaping.
Okay.
So, while all this is going on, Malachi,
Yes,
you're the only one active right now from caveside duty.
I'm back.
Ah,
I was
I'm back
just
for a
thinking about that. Never mind. Let's
Okay.
go.
I'm here for a little bit.
all right. Malachi and Kalino.
Yes.
You are at the entrance of the mine. You notice the chain is moving
Mhm.
as you assume word has reached the other prisoners as they are making their way out of the mine. You hear a scuffle, and you see on the other side of this area most of the bandits disappearing out of sight.
Well, I guess that is all they wanted to have of us. I see. So how many of your friends are down there after all? I speak to one of the men who is shouting down, who is a prisoner.
I mean, there's never more than 20 of us at a time.
20?
Maybe right now, probably about 10, 11
And
if you
why-
count me.
Where are the other 10 then?
Oh, they're down there.
Oh, I see. Yes. Good. So all 20 will be here soon. Yes, I see.
No, there's only 10 working down there.
Who said there are 20 then?
There were.
Where are the others then?
They're down there.
Clint, buddy, don't worry about it for right now. We'll figure it out. Excuse me, mister. This might not be necessarily the most pertinent time to be doing this, but it's what I'm going to do it anyway. So how long have y'all been out here? Just question.
Don't have much to go on except seasons. It's probably been 10 years. For me, anyway. I was one of the first, I think.
Are you from around here? Are you from the town? Is everyone down there from the town?
I think so. I mean,
God,
I used to live a little place called Wildenstad.
okay.
It was on the main road. Don't know if it's still there.
Oh, but I was wondering if you were from Gorlin Mill originally.
Oh, no.
Okay, okay. Because that's actually why we're here. You're from around these parts, so I assume you know the story of Gorlin Mill and the Beast and all of that, right?
Yes, it was a long time ago.
Well, that's why we're here. Because apparently it came back, and they thought it was me. So now we gotta find it and get rid of it so they don't think it's me anymore. But that's what brought, and I'll heel motion to like everyone, us, here.
Oh,
Have
no.
you seen anything, noticed anything, heard the guards talk about it? Well, guards, captors, little bastards over there. Talk about anything like that? See anything? Something about like amber eyes?
Nothing about Amber Eyes. I mean, every once in a while, one of them would uh, mock us, say they'd feed us to the beast one day. But nothing really more than that.
Sounds to me as if they know what this beast is, or at least have heard of it before, Malachi.
I don't think so. I think it was just a bluff. In fact, I can almost guarantee it's a bluff.
That's
I
true.
don't think these people know anything about it. I think they're using a legend to try to, or what they thought was a legend to try to stop these people or sow some sort of fear in their soul.
That is true. If they thought it was real, then why would they be here after all? I see.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They wouldn't be here if they knew the beast was here.
of course, of course.
If it could kill an entire town, I'm sure it could handle whatever these guys are doing out here. But now we just got more questions than answers, I guess.
Well, we also have all of these people here. That is more than
You're
what we
right,
had
you're
to start.
You're right. I'd definitely say it's a bonus, a benefit for sure. But in terms of finding out what, where, why this beast is, we came up with nothing.
Well, still
But-
20 people down in the mines. Then when they come up, then we should be able to see if some of them know more.
I'm not sure we're gonna get 20 people out of this mine, but we sure as hell can try. And he'll like clap him on the shoulder and just kind of, I guess, I don't know. Have we already broken this guy free? Because I assume he doesn't need to be attached to the chain anymore.
You have not. Also,
Oh.
welcome, Goon. You are here with Kalano and Malachi.
He said he was going to let his mom know he's playing D&D real quick and would be right back.
Okay. What sort of locking mechanism situation do we have going on keeping this man attached to this chain?
So, doesn't look too terribly impressive. Probably just a regular flag key lock from what you've seen. But enough to hold a person in that does not have the means to open that.
Is there a building nearby where perhaps they would have a key kept?
I mean, there are two buildings in the clearing.
Yeah. One
One
of which
that-
looks like an office.
Yeah, one looks like it was at one point a mining office, and the other looks like it was a warehouse for supplies.
I think Adam
office-
went to one of those as well.
Oh, yes, the metal man. I will go and help him, since he does not know he needs a key, per se. I will go look for the key. Malachi, you key make sure these, whatever number happen to come out of the mine, come out of the mine.
Can do, Chief.
All
Right.
Cutting over to Adam. You've got a bit of a head start before Kalano gets to you, but you're investigating the office. What are you looking for?
Alright, I'm looking for any papers that would, I guess incriminating papers.
Okay.
For information about these guys, what connections they have, maybe where they got these people from, things like that.
Okay. So, So, opening the door, you see first a counter that is sort of, it just has stuff all over it. Tankards, old flasks, broken casks that may have once contained ale. The whole place smells of sweat and waste. You see over in what may have once been the main offices, the door has been broken off of it, and you see several bedrolls have been laid out. There is a set of stairs behind the counter going up, as well as a few other closed doors.
Alright, I want to investigate the first floor first before going anywhere else, or going up.
All right.
So,
Go
from what I
ahead and
understand-
roll an investigation check for me.
yeah. So there's a messy room, like a messy kitchen, and then like where their bedrolls are.
Well, not so much a kitchen as
Yeah, it's just,
it
where
was
they
the
dress.
reception.
yeah. Ooh. Investigation?
Yep.
2.
2.
So
So
I
searching.
failed to even open the door.
So searching through, you turn over some of the bedrolls, kick aside some of the trash, investigate some of the broken casks. You finally find some papers stashed away, perhaps incriminating for the person that wrote them, but it mostly seems to be the very, very, very poor attempts at poetry from a very uneducated bandit.
Nice.
And
Well,
at this point, as you're digging those out, Calino, you walk in the door and you see Adam sort of hunched over one of the bedrolls with some papers in his hand.
Hello, Adam. Adam, I believe is your name, yes? Have you found any keys
Yeah.
by chance?
I haven't found anything yet.
That is unfortunate. We are looking for a simple key to unlock the chains of the prisoners that are up there, you see. If you would not mind in your searching throughs, if you find one, please let me know. I will start looking as well, because we have almost 20, maybe 30 people at this point. I have no idea. These numbers keep changing. But I will hope to find this key and get them out quicker so we don't have to, break chains and things like that. But yes, if you find it, please tell me. Please tell me. And I will begin rifling through all of the things as well.
All right, Calino, you also make an investigation check for me.
Very well, very well. That is a total of 23.
23. Okay, searching through this first floor, you don't find any keys, but you do find a small, very worn leather journal next to one of the bedrolls.
I like books. Adam, you looking for papers?
I was. I only found some poetry.
Well, that sounds interesting. I have found it looks to be a book maybe? Journal perhaps? Is this something possibly that you are trying to see? I'm still looking for the key. I will hand this over to Adam since he is looking for these paper things.
Okay.
I will still keep looking for the key because it has to be here somewhere.
What's
Yeah.
in the journal? Or
Okay.
whose journal is it actually?
Peeking inside, you don't see a name. You just see almost a crude ledger of sorts. You see dates followed by just blank numbers. No units, no indication of what it's tied to. Just 20, 5, 30, 2, pump, 20, 16,
You hear a desk
I'm still here.
turned over as Calino tips it over, looking under desks and things for keys.
There is a second story as well.
Well, clearly it's on the second story then. Why would you hide something on the first story? You run upstairs and begin looking up there as well.
Right. Going upstairs, you see a short hallway, a door on either side, and a larger door at the end. All of them are shut.
Well, the best place to start is the beginning, so I will take the door on the right side first.
Right.
See if I can open it.
Right. You open the door. You see there. This was at one point an office. There is actually a large stack of papers off in one corner, sort of neatly stacked. A desk has been pushed over to that side as well, and you see in the middle of the floor a large number of dice and a couple of cups.
Malachi would love these. I will take the dice and the cups as well. He will surely know if this is a card game or not. And then I will, after that, I will shout down to Metal Atom and say, Adam, there are more papers upstairs to the right door. I'm still looking for a key. As I will open the drawers and things like that and see if there are keys inside or anything, another fun knickknacks I can take to Malachi.
All right, make another investigation check for me. Adam, what are you doing?
So we've already explored the entire downstairs, right?
As thoroughly as you think you can.
Okay. I'll after hearing Calino, I'll go upstairs and rifle through those papers.
Okay.
Maybe
Rifling
maybe
through the
get
papers,
first.
you see most of them are starting to crumble a little bit from just sort of being left out in a poor environment for a long time. Nothing really particularly interesting. It looks like most of these are papers and correspondence from the time that the mine was actually officially active. So a lot of it is supply orders, receipts, ledgers detailing what has been pulled out of the mine. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
What has been pulled out of the mine according to these papers?
We're getting to that. Kano, what was your investigation total?
8.
8. You go through the drawers, they're all empty.
Left side of the hallway it is, as I will run out there and go look at the left side of the hallway, as I also must leave and take care of my child.
Okay. Alright, Adam?
11.
11. Looks like mostly copper, some iron. Every once in a while you see amethyst geode, sapphire, but nothing really jumps out at you.
I guess now I'll help Calino look for keys. He went to the left hallway, right?
He did. And you find this door is locked.
Okay. I'm going to kick down the door then.
Make a strength check.
Seven.
7. There's a whir, thum, as the door shakes and vibrates, but this thing is solid wood all the way through, and it does not give.
I just cannot catch a break. Let's see. I can't think of any other way to open this door. So can I give it another hit?
Alright, we'll come back to that as you continue hammering away at the door. Snowdrop.
So I literally cannot think of another way to open this door.
What are you two doing at this point?
If Snowdrop is still holding down the guy. I'll just give up on the one that ran away from me, and I'll just go, can you hold him still for me while I tie him up?
I think so.
I'll try to.
And I will sit on him. Just sit. If I sit,
You
I
hear
sit.
as a 7-foot furball sits.
I sit.
All right, Tanith, go ahead and make a survival check using your dexterity.
How much better? 17.
17. Yeah. With him held squarely in place and struggling to breathe, you pretty easily manage to get his arms tied behind his back, his legs tied at the ankles. He's not going anywhere.
Oh, he's hogtied. Great.
Not
Awesome.
hogtied, unless you want him to be.
I was gonna go for like hands behind his back, but like some rope leading out so he was like on a leash kind of deal.
Yeah, you can do that.
Sure. Cool. We should probably tie him to the middleman. I don't think he would get away from him. Not sure where he went though. But are you okay? You look awfully not okay.
I'm fine. Let's just get this over with. I'm fine.
Insight check. Doot. That's the wrong tab. That is a 17.
I rolled a 17. I don't know who it
In this case, Snowdrop, you may give or withhold any information you'd like, but any information you give must be accurate.
Okay. She visibly looks like she doesn't want to talk about it. But she's not super great. Like there's some sort of something happening. You're just not sure what.
We'll talk about it later. It's okay.
Sounds good to me.
If now's not the time, now's not the time. We'll talk about it later. Alright, you come on.
Yeah.
And she's gonna tug the rope of the guy over towards the entrance of the mines where everybody else is at, so he is less likely to get away.
Alright. So Goon, Malachi, as you're waiting at the entrance of the mine, Tanith comes along, dragging the one still captured bandit behind her.
You guys left and they got smart. What was that about?
What do you mean we left? We're still here? I thought you were going to take care of it.
You left me and Grunya with 3 times the number of people as there were us.
To be fair, you did have the metal man and he walked off too.
I'm also going to have a word with him, but...
Anyway, to be honest, after we threatened them, I didn't think they were going to run. Going to hightail it, but...
Well, the captain was shaking in his boots, apparently to the point that his fight or flight kicked in and he went
he
flight.
decided to fight.
Yes.
I get you. Well, at least you got one of them.
This is true.
He wouldn't happen to have a key on him, would he?
Do you?
Right?
She just looks down at the guy
No.
who had the key.
The captain kept the key.
Was it on him at all times, or does he keep it in his room? Or wherever the heck he beds?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's understandable.
Question: did we kill a captain?
No.
We killed, I think there were 2 captains,
There were
and
2
one of them
captains, right?
got killed, and then Calvin ran away.
Yeah.
There were 2 captains.
What about the other guy? Wasn't there another one? Wasn't there two?
Question: was Calvin the one with the key, or did they both have keys?
Calvin usually had it. And he was in charge.
Do you know if they had a spare key anywhere?
They didn't tell me if they did.
Okay. Is there any useful information you can give us at all?
I don't think he knows what's useful and what's not. When was where did you get all these people that you have in the mines? Do you know?
That wasn't my responsibility. They would just. I was just supposed to guard and keep them in line.
Okay. Were there any drivers in the mine? Are there more of you guys down there, or did you just send them all down there? Alone?
No need for drivers down there.
Why?
And he points at the chain. There's no getting out.
Interesting. Okay.
Can anyone pick locks or anything? Of us?
I
Anyone
can't.
like
Can you?
that? No.
Tanith?
No.
Great
Well.
question. Where is Goon relative to the situation?
You're right here with these three.
Oh, I
Yeah.
am?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where's this lock? Can I break it?
I mean, I wouldn't break necessarily the lock, but something close to it, maybe. Just don't break the chain holding everyone together, right?
Oh, that's what we're trying to unlock.
We're trying to unlock the shackles.
Yeah. I assume he's like tied to a chain on the chain, right?
Essentially,
Like the
yeah.
chain loop around the chain.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, okay.
So his chains can slide up and down.
Does anybody have like I don't know, lockpicking set or anything?
Wait.
Well,
does
how about
exist?
Goon? You can get angry and very strong. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Here, I'm gonna go check the other captain, and I'm gonna hand the rope to Goon. Do not let him go.
I put my arm around the guy. We're gonna be good buddies here.
So you reach your arm around basically his midsection, give him a nice tight squeeze as he looks down in terror at the dwarf in platform shoes.
And I'm going to go check the other captain to see if he had what he had as far as like keys or notes or anything of note.
Okay. Come back to you.
Mhm.
Kalino, you went to the left side door. It is locked. Adam is currently smashing against it, trying to break it open to no effect.
There's no other way.
Adam Metalman, you are doing such a good job. You keep this up, I will go to the other door. Let me know if you break through. Door at the far end of the hallway. Divide and conquer, you see.
Alright, Kalino, you go to the larger door at the end of the hallway. It is not locked. And inside you find a large desk, once fancy but poorly kept. A large bed, very well used by the looks of it. Smattering of furniture, a couch, a bookshelf with books that are in less than pristine condition. What are you looking for?
See, I'm still looking for the key, but I also know that everyone hides things under their mattresses, or if they don't, they should. So I will be sure to check under the mattress as well, but I'm still looking for the key.
Alright, make an investigation check.
8.
8. Well, you specifically check under the bed,
Of course.
and you find a letter. Opening it up, says, payment is late. Sorry. Zoned out for a second.
That's fine.
It says, payment is late. Please deliver soon. Heads might start rolling. Does not look like it has been sent yet.
Ooh. Interesting. I shall take this and take it over to Adam, who is still, I'm sure, smashing the door. Say,
So as you
can
approach
piece of paper?"
Adam, he's finally pulled out his hammer. Wham! There's a crack as the latch of the door finally buckles. You push the door open, and you see what's sort of a built-in shelf or table with a little hole in it. Looking down, you see a faint light at the bottom. Looks to be some kind of tube going down to the first level.
Now, can you explain that again? I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah, so
Like in that room is a shelf.
It's
with a hole
not so
in it?
much a room as it is a closet with
Oh,
a
okay.
built-in shelf going all the way to the floor, and there's a hole in the top of the shelf. Looking down, you see a light coming from about 10 feet below.
Is this a bathroom? What?
Adam, you have opened the door. Wonderful. What do we see here?
I'm not sure.
What do you mean? I will look over his shoulder and see, or under his shoulder perhaps, and see what he, oh. This is, oh, it's a hole. It's a hole in the floor. Look at that. Is there anything else in this room?
No?
Huh? Just a hole in the
It's
floor.
just a room with a hole in the floor?
It's not a hole in the floor.
Or I mean, like it's the shelf.
There's a hole in the shelf. The shelf is about up to Kalino's chest in height.
So
The
it's
hole.
very obviously not a bathroom.
Very obviously not a bathroom. You surmise, given the fact that this is pretty close to the reception, it was probably used for dropping papers down.
It's like a dumbwaiter.
Yeah.
Well, this is very interesting, but I have found more papers for you, Adam. Here, it is a letter. Not sent, apparently. I'm still looking for a key, but I do not think there is one. I'm getting very upset. I'd give one more pass, and then I'm going to run out and let everyone know the bad news that they will be stuck forever in chains, and we cannot get them out. But here, take this letter. I will go look one more time, and then after that I must hurry, because I do not wish to have bad news hang over their heads for so long. So, you now have the same letter.
Take the letter.
I'll head off again. One more sweep. And then after that, probably just run his way down and get the bad news to Malachi.
Okay. Waiting on Caitlin to get back.
I mean, I'm still here, just...
Alright, what did you get on your investigation check? Or did I ask you for one yet?
You did not ask me for one.
I
yet,
want an
but
investigation check.
Okay.
Alright, it's been one of those weeks where sleep has evaded me.
I'm good. Same.
Been taking care of a little puppy. I apologize. Okay, let me see. Well, was a natural 15. Let me see what my modifier is. You said investigation?
Mhm.
2, 17.
Yep, there is very obviously a ring of keys on this guy's belt.
Awesome. I will grab the keys and make my way back over to everyone else. Was there anything else of note on him?
There was a coin pouch containing 10 gold pieces, 2 daggers,
Mm-hmm.
and a pouch of crossbow bolts.
10 gold, 2 daggers, pouch of crossbow bolts. Okay.
So, as you're rifling through that, Kalino, You see her knelt down next to the body, rifling through the belt.
I am so sorry. I tried so hard to find the key, but all I find was stupid papers and letters and journals and things and books, and I've never. These poor people are going to be. Is that jingling of keys I hear? Oh my goodness. Of course, the guard would have it.
Yes.
I will go tell Malachi.
Of
I'll
course the guard would have
stomp
it.
off in a little bit of a huff. Malachi? You will not guess where I found keys!
Where I found keys.
Would
You
it
will
be
not
on
guess where Tanith found keys!
Would it be on that good man's corpse?
Yes, actually. You're very good at
figured.
guessing. Also, I found this for you, and I hand him the cups of dice. Is this a card game? See, there are little things, dice
You
in
know
it.
what? You got it half right. You get credit for that.
Oh,
It is a game. How many cups are there? Is it just the one?
oh, there were
2
two
cups.
I see two. I
cups.
took cups. Yes.
Yep,
Unfortunately, your cups?
Yep, nope, that's just a dice game.
Oh, so not the card game.
Yep, don't you worry about that, none.
Okay.
Now,
and
this-
yeah, sure.
Mr. Our prisoner.
Mr. My new friend.
Mr. Our new friend. Would you happen to know anything about strange things happening in the night?
No, not really sure what you're talking about there.
I'm talking about a couple of amber eyes staring at people in the darkness. You know anything about that? You seen anything like that?
Can't say I have.
So you've been out here for... How long have you been out here?
Couple weeks.
Couple weeks. Oh. You only been out here for a couple weeks. You're pretty green then, aren't you? Pretty new to this whole thing?
Yeah, very.
Hmm. So what made you choose to come out here?
Looking to make some coin.
Hmm. No other jobs would take you? Nothing was good enough? Why this? I get it. It's a moral quandary. It's not something you really thought about. You just thought money and went with the highest paying thing. I get it. I understand. I got another question for you. You got a big old operation out here, but you came in here in the last couple of weeks. How'd you get in here? Did you walk? Did they bring you in with a carriage? Something, anything.
I walked.
You walked.
Yeah, no carriages around here. No.
Did you take the main road up?
No.
So they brought you in through the back way.
Yes.
Sight check.
Roll it.
Dude is giving me weird vibes. Natural 20, 23.
Ooh, 15.
Hang on a second. That's the wrong window. Gotta check some. Ba 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 da ba da. Ba ba da da.
Myself some more hot ground.
What was the total?
23.
23. So, it's hard to get a read on because there is so much genuine fear in his face that's overriding most things that would be a tell. But you do manage to get a bead. He's terrified of all of you at this point. But that is not the thing he is most afraid of right now, and he is not being truthful.
He's lying.
No,
He is now.
No,
How do you know
I'm telling the truth.
What is he lying about?
Well, that's what we're
Now,
gonna try to
friends
find
don't
out.
lie to each other, do we?
What, Malachi, how?
I think he's
Or
more
Goon, how? Go ahead, Grania.
Sorry.
No, please go ahead.
I think he's more scared of whoever he works for than us.
It's understandable.
Oh, he is scared of us.
Well, now, why are
Cool.
you more afraid of them than you are of us?
I'm not. I mean, you killed my boss. Well, one of them, and the other just ran off.
To tell you about this, Malachi, here's the keys that I found. So once they're,
I'm
not sure if I
having.
should say indentured servants or slaves will figure out the details there to depend on this. It's important on determining if this is all legal or not.
I mean,
Goon, if I can take your new friend with me just to the side, for a moment.
well, we're still
Adam,
having a conversation. If you want to
I
go
have a
unlock them, go for it. Be my guest, but I'm still having a conversation.
At this point, you
I
do
think-
see a couple of the prisoners has started to emerge from the mine. Only a couple of them at this point, and you see there's still motion on the chain indicating more are still on their way up. These are younger than the first one you spoke to.
Well, let me put it this way. I have a little trick up my sleeve. But I'm not sure how well it would work around all these intimidated by, but if I could get Adam to come with me and hold on to him for me, I would love to have a chat with him. I'm not gonna go far, still within eye reach, but I have a little trick up my sleeve I would like to try. If that's okay.
Well, could I finish talking to him first?
Of course, by all means.
I appreciate it.
What's up, Snowdrop?
Towards the prisoners on the train
Mm-hmm.
and just go help anyone up. Like, come up and anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, and you notice as you approach, they're confused and wary at first, but then recognize that you are not one of their captors and are a little more receptive. They're all very pale. The skin that is not covered in dirt and filth and mine grime is very pale. They're also very thin, a bit wiry. I mean, there's some strength there, but definitely not well cared for.
I start, like, passing out sips of my water skin.
They take it hungrily.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
You
Oh,
see that parts of their skin that is not covered in filth is because sweat has run down and washed some of the filth away.
Seeing this need all of a sudden as she is handing out the water, I will take out a small little booklet from my book bag, and you hear me begin to very, very gently, but go through. It sounds like liturgies, small sermons, if you will, from Armat Key, bringing relief, comfort, praying for peace and guidance for them from the gods. So, as the water is sipped, may this water instill life, as life is given to you from those who are watching you now. Peace be to you and your family, sir. As he goes to each of them with her in the water skin.
Go ahead and make for me a religion check using your charisma.
That will be... I must math very quickly in my head, for I am proficient in religion, but I'm doing charisma instead.
Proficiency is +2 right now.
Right, so that will be 16. Yes,
16. Okay.
Yes. Math.
They don't seem to recognize some of the concepts you mention, and they're not necessarily processing everything you're saying in this moment, but your steady tones the lyrical nature of some of the passages you read seem to calm them a little bit as they're trying to assess this new development.
This is good. They will remember. They will remember.
Malachi, you still had questions?
Yes. One in particular. Now, who or what are you afraid of more than us right now? Because you've seen what we can do. You've seen what we're capable of.
I mean, you're all much scarier than anything right now.
But you don't seem to be that afraid of. You seem to be more afraid of something or someone more than us right now.
I'm not.
Who is
I'm
it?
not.
What is it?
There's no one. I'm not.
I want to insight check that.
Roll it.
Yikes. Yikes. 8.
8. He seems very afraid of you. You're not sure if Snowdrop was right, or maybe you're just not getting a read on him.
All right, well, can't say I didn't try. Tanith, all yours.
May I request your assistance?
He just stepped away. I will say yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have him hold on to the rope and the person. I'm just gonna take him like 20 feet to the side, preferably up against a hill, so he would like have to climb over a hill or go through everybody else before he would be able to run away, preferably.
Okay.
And I'm going to she's going to grab one of the thin braids right here, just kind of play with it a bit, and say, okay, we're away from them now. Why don't you tell me what's going on? And cast Friends.
Okay. So that gives you advantage on charisma checks for the next minute, right?
Correct.
Okay, you've got 1 minute. What do you do with it?
She is going to try to ask him. Well, she just asked the general question and say, I mean, I don't want you in any legal trouble here. Do you know if these are indentured service? Did they owe Mr. Calvin something, or are these poor people just kidnapped? Do you know?
Make a persuasion check at advantage because of friends.
Amazing, because I rolled a 2 for the first one. And then that's 24.
24. Oh my gosh. So I've rolled 5 nat 20s this session.
Oh.
And pretty much all the modifiers are +0. So they don't even matter.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh.
So he looks at you. Look, he seemed like a nice enough sort. If you don't know, you shouldn't know. It's better you don't know.
Look, I'm not from here. I don't want to step my toes into anything I don't need to be getting into, and it looks like I already did. Look, if I'm going to get myself out of this as well, I should probably know what's going on, don't you think?
Calvin should get his orders. We get paid by courier. Some guy shows up in the middle of the night, leaves the money, leaves the orders.
Who does Calvin answer to?
I don't know. He's. I mean, I'm part of his crew, but he's real scared of him.
So even Calvin's scared of this person. Do you know what he goes by?
I don't. Never met him, never had to. At this point, the spell is wearing off and you see him tugs on the
thank you
rope as
so
Adam holds him
much.
back.
Thank
You
you
see his
so
eyes are
much.
getting a little wild. He seems very angry and very afraid now, more so than before.
Yeah, thank you, Adam. Let's take him back and give that good news, shall we? And I'll lead him back.
All right, so picking up from our impromptu break there, Tanith has just returned after interrogating your captive off to the side. Your captive now is very, very upset, but you have new information to share with the group.
So, our little friend just let me know that apparently Calvin is a middleman. There is definitely a bigger fish, as there always seems to be. So, he unfortunately doesn't know who this middle fish is, but there are transactions, let's say, that happen around middle of the night, midnight, it would appear. So, it seems that whoever this bigger fish is, even Calvin is afraid of him. And hence, this is probably the person that our friend here is afraid of. Because Calvin, it got away. So, chances are this bigger fish
So
is going to be
Calvin,
hearing about us soon.
so Calvin is one of the guards. I see.
He was the other big guy
Oh,
that
yes,
escaped.
yes. The man I shot, and then he stopped and put his weapon down.
Yes, and then he ran away.
Oh, not good.
Not good, no.
Okay. So the letter, yes, the letter that I was talking about. Adam, give me the letter. Give me the letter. Yes, that one. Thank you. I found this under a mattress, actually, in that building, right over there. And it apparently says something about shipment late and payment. Here, take a look.
Tanith will take a look at the letter.
It says the payment is late. Deliver soon or heads will start rolling.
Is it signed by anybody, addressed to anybody?
It is addressed to M and signed C.
Okay. So this was going to a Mr. M. Signed C. I'm assuming Calvin. So, he's expecting a payment from someone named M. Where did you say you found this, Calvin?
In that building, right there, upstairs, and under a mattress, actually.
Can you show me?
Sure.
Is
I guess I
Calvin
can.
paid, or
There
is
are
this
no.
guy
Well,
being-
Hold on, there's two of you talking.
Alright.
Please
Alright.
repeat, Goon.
Wait, so who's being paid here?
It would
Yeah,
seem
or
in this
three.
particular letter, Calvin is expecting a payment from someone, I'm assuming whose first or last name begins with M. And Calvin is a middle fish that reports to somebody who he's afraid of, that unfortunately our friend is not aware who this
Isn't it
is.
usually the other way around? The little guy pays the big guy?
Well, I'm assuming if there's a lot of transactions going on, if there's a transaction going on every single night, I'm assuming the guards would have, or at least the captains here, would have more than 10 gold on their person unless they're paying a bigger fish.
Aha. Okay.
Was it every
Um,
night?
That's what our friend here told us.
Wait, what time is it now? Can we catch this person at midnight today?
we could very well try, I think, because we need to figure this out anyways. And if we are here and everyone else is able to go back to their homes, then when the confusion is here, we will be here, right? And then we'll all get to leave, and we will keep doing all of that stuff.
There's two problems I see. One, Calvin got away. So who's to say that he doesn't have enough time to go back to whoever this is and stop whatever shipment? So we just sit out here waiting for midnight and nothing happens because Calvin already got away and told whoever what they needed to know already, and that the shipment won't come. That's one problem. The other problem is that we have a bunch of people here who've been stuck in this mine for longer than I care to even think about. They should be the priority, not necessarily sitting camping out here till midnight. We need to get those people back to town before we go and deal with whoever this bigger fish might be.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That is very
so-
wise, Malachi. Yes.
So, Kalano, can you show me where you got this letter?
Yes.
Please.
You want to walk there and go over there?
I think it would be faster if you showed me versus me wandering around and stumbling about trying to figure out where you were
You don't
talking
need to
about.
be sassy about it. It's this way.
You were
over
on a
here.
train with me for 2 weeks. Sass is a part of my being. You should know about this by now.
Well, sure, but doesn't mean you have to do it all the time.
Have
So
we already?
I will indeed take her over there and show her under the mattress where I found it.
Okay.
In all the places there were not keys either. I'll point those out.
So you lead her over to the office. The sky is rapidly darkening. Night is swift approaching.
All right.
A couple more people have come out of the mines as you've been talking. One of them looks to be maybe 12 years old,
Oh. Oh.
but you,
Oh no.
Kalano, you lead Tanith to the office turned bunkhouse, and you take her upstairs, point out all the different rooms that didn't have keys, and yeah, you see what was probably once the main office / bedroom, not really tended to, but very well used.
I want to take a look around to see if I can find any more of those letters or correspondence.
Make an investigation check.
I would help her if you tell me what you're looking for. I would help you try to find it. I
More
was only looking for
paper.
it.
More letters like this. We need incriminating evidence.
Sure. I will assist her in this then, I guess.
Cool.
Right? Roll with advantage.
Natural 20
Natural 20.
for a total of 22.
22. Okay.
Mhm.
So,
I got a 20 on that second roll, by the way. Advantage was handy.
So, searching this once office, you do find a number of papers stashed in the desk, more general business correspondence from when the mine was officially active. However, flipping through some of the books, you do find a cache of letters. Looks like where the binding of a book was taken off, and the letters just slipped in to disguise them. Flipping through it, mostly looks like status updates. Not very direct language in them either. Stuff like another 10 tons excavated in the past 3 months. No end in sight. Heat is rising. You see one saying, rubbings received, language unknown, keep digging. Then there's another that says, special delivery by midwinter.
Mm.
Any particulars these are addressed to?
Nope.
Are these in the same handwriting as Mr. C's letter?
Good question, are they?
Taking a look at them, they are not.
Mm.
Mr. C's letter was very rough, uneven writing. This is flowing, very someone who is very practiced with the pen.
Maybe this was written by a learned man, perhaps. Look how fancy that F is. Very nice.
Kalano, do you still have that, I have the letter that was sent to the, That was sent to the college. Can I take a look at that and see if the handwriting matches?
Yeah, comparing the two of them, very clearly it does not match.
Okay. I think Malachi found the crest, the one with the crest, but I don't think there was any writing on it. It was in the fire. Well, this is very interesting. It seems like someone might be taking some investigative work into their own hands. There's definitely something very special down there they don't want anybody else finding.
Very clearly. Very clearly. A language that is not understood. Keep digging, some other winter shipment. Sounds a lot like an archaeological
Rubbings
dig.
received?
Yeah,
Yes.
yes. Archaeological dig, perhaps.
And an
And hotter,
independent
something like getting
one
hotter?
run
Did I
very,
you
very
say that by getting
shadily.
hotter? What's getting hotter?
Let's go ahead and get back with the others real
Sure,
quick,
sure.
now that we found all of this.
Most interesting. I need to look for things other than keys.
So while those two were doing that, the rest of you, was there anything you would like to do?
Besides just making sure that the captives are being unshackled, I'd like to address at least the ones that are already out. Is there a Darius Greenwalker amongst you by any chance?
The one you spoke to before just shakes his head. No one by that name.
You said you've been here for quite a while, right?
Yes.
So, what kind of material do they got you digging for down there?
Just hauling stone out. There's something down there they're interested in. Been
Is it
trying
like-
to unearth it for them, but it's too big.
Too big? It's not like ore, precious metal,
No.
jewels, nothing like that?
No. I mean, every once in a while, yes, but
It's
for
too
the most
big.
part, just keep hauling stone.
Now describe for me, because my brain's having a hard time processing this. What exactly is it that's down there that is, as you say, too big?
I don't know what it is. It looks like a wall.
A what?
A big-
Pigoon?
A big wall.
Mm-hmm.
You ever hear of anything like that?
Have I?
I mean, you grew up in a mountain. There were walls, walled cities, walls under the mountain all over the place.
Like, was it like a special kind of? No. Okay.
Who are you asking? Are you asking the DM or the character?
DM.
The ones you grew up around, they were stone brick walls. Nothing too fancy about them, except
Okay.
for the
Is
fact
there
that they
anything
were built
special
in
about-
places that most people wouldn't build.
Or were they built at all and they were just there?
No, they were built. I mean, you saw construction on some of them.
Oh.
I don't know where else they would come from.
Like, I'm talking about parts of Gelvindorn itself.
Oh. Wait, what are we talking about in here then? I thought
They're
that-
digging up something really big that they think is a wall.
So, like, is it? Well, like, I don't know.
That's what we're trying to figure out, is if it's like what it is, what they're trying to dig up.
Mm-hmm.
They think it's a wall segment.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if I would know until I look at it. Right? Like, do they have any part of it with them? Like, can they bring it up, or?
Again, who are you asking here?
They didn't bring any part of it with them, did they? None of the captives. Can I ask it? Did anybody bring up a part of a wall or something?
No. We keep excavating because nothing we have can break it.
Oh, wait,
Nothing
how
can
big is this?
break
thing?
it.
It doesn't even scratch it.
How big is it?
It's big. Very big.
What is it made of?
We don't know.
How
They
deep
don't
down
tell
is
us that,
it?
they just tell us to dig. Some kind of rock. Harder than our
How-
picks, though.
How deep into it is it? Into the mine.
Probably about 2 hours climb.
I would like to take a look at this. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe we should try and make sure that these good folk get back to the city before we try to go spelunking.
While this conversation is happening, you said there was a supply shed? Like a storage room?
Yeah.
Can I go see if there's any sort of rations or anything in it?
Sure. Going up, you do find it is locked.
Can I use, Primal Savagery to kind of break the lock? Because it's acid damage.
You can, actually. Yeah, this is just a simple iron lock, very susceptible to acid. So you, summoning the magic and the claws, carve through it with relative ease and
Nice.
pass inside. It's not a bounty by any stretch of the imagination. Looks like supplies have been dwindling over time, but you do find probably 4 casks of ale, several stacks of bagged grains, a few things of fruit and dried meat, and 1 barrel of wine.
Okay. I try to take out some of the grain because I figure we can make some sort of porridge or something.
Okay.
So some porridge and some berries. And I start bringing that out and I show it to Malachi. Do you think we can maybe feed him?
I think that's something we could do.
And I just start pulling out all this bag of grain and stuff and try to give them a meal because they clearly need something.
Mhm.
And I'll start looking after, while Malachi cooks, I'll start looking at if anyone's like hurt. See if there's anything I can do.
Well, if I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna need a fire.
Okay.
Well, it's almost dark. How far would it be till we get to town?
It took us like half a day, right?
Yeah, if it's almost dark.
If it's
We
almost
might
dark, we're
almost wanna
staying
camp
here.
here.
Yeah. If it's almost dark, we're staying here. Yeah.
Well, there's
buildings here though that we could use, right?
yes, there's the office building and there's the warehouse, but I don't think we've checked out the warehouse yet, have we?
That's the one I just opened.
Oh, okay.
It had wine and ale and dried meat. Grain
Hey Steven,
and
how big is that
berries.
warehouse?
Decent size, actually. I mean, it was designed to hold a good amount of supplies.
So we're
Enough
talking
to
like 20
house
by 40?
probably a good 50 feet back, 30 feet wide.
Oh yeah.
30 by 50.
Single
Okay.
room.
Easily.
Okay. So
All of us can sleep in there, yeah.
I was gonna say, I
We're gonna
think
spend the night.
yeah, if we won't be able to get back, I completely lost my accent. Hold on. If we're not able to get back before morning, we should probably turn the warehouse into some sort of fortified encampment in case somebody tries to come back and try to reclaim the mine with more people, or heaven forbid, the beast decides to show up and start circling. So we need all of us plus 10 into the warehouse, and we need to clear space for all of us.
Right.
That's what we're going to end up having to do. So
I guess-
let's, instead of bringing that out, let's bring the captives into the warehouse and start turning it into a campsite for the night. I think that's probably the best thing for
We
us to
can't
do
hear
with
you,
what little
Lucas.
daylight we have left.
You were muted or something?
Can't hear you
And
at
I
all.
noticed when
Lost you. I think you and Tanith were off anyway.
Well, they're
Yeah,
going
I
to be
think he
coming
was-
back at
yeah.
this point.
yeah,
Okay.
I think he was going to like try to interject when like Malachi said fire, and he's like, "Ooh, fire! I can help with that," or something like that. Something like that.
I can light something if we have some wood. I'm assuming we're putting a fire out here, right? Not in the warehouse.
I don't know.
If Tanith is and Kalino are back,
Well, hang on a second. I want to give
Wait
Lucas a
for
chance to fix
Lucas,
his
yeah.
mic.
Now, are we good?
Yeah.
now we are good.
We can hear you. Hello.
That was weird. Okay. Yes, I can help with campfires. Where do I light it?
All right, we'll
I'm
do
just
a
walking around with a little
fire
hexagon, a three-dimensional hexagon in my hand of the fire symbol that I
16,
drew.
right? There's 6 of us. Metal Man doesn't eat. There's 15 of us. Okay,
Wait, how many captives are there? 10?
10.
Well,
What about
11,
the,
right? Because there were 10 down. There was one up.
Wait, is this including the
No,
captives
6 of
and the
us.
slaves, or just the?
Just the miners.
Just the
Oh.
ones who were down.
Not your friend.
We're
Those are
not.
Yeah,
Oh,
captive. Our prisoner, the
He's not
guard
getting
guy.
anything.
He's not eating tonight.
He's
He
not
doesn't.
getting that.
He lost his eating privileges. But for
Okay.
everyone else, I will be making food, and I will need a campfire.
I think I saw some sort of cooking utensils in the place where the bandits were sleeping on the first floor that I can probably grab.
Say that one more time.
I think I saw some sort of like utensils or something in the first floor of that building over there, if you want me to fetch those.
No, I've got my own. Thank you, though.
Well, we did find a book with more correspondence. Although it's not from this Calvin person, probably from this bigger fish person. Definitely was trying, it was definitely hidden. Wasn't something they wanted found. Seems like there's definitely something down there that they're getting etchings of. Seems like some sort of independent scholar who doesn't care where his information is coming from. At least in... That's what it seems on the surface level.
They are most definitely not taking out the precious gems and stones and things. It is very clearly something more academic in nature. Something they do
saying-
not know what it is, I guess. We can verify this?
They were saying something about a wall down there
A wall?
that they're trying to excavate.
It is an archaeological expedition.
Something like that. It's a pretty malicious one, considering they're using slaves in forbidden territory.
Oh,
Then
hold
it's
on.
a hard wall.
Tana spots the really, really young looking one. How old are you?
12, miss.
Quick question for all of you. Did any of you owe this Mr. Calvin person any money or anything, or were all of you just more or less kidnapped and forced into doing this?
The one who's handled most of the conversation with y'all speaks up. Well, it's sort of been different for all of us. Uh, most of us had no place to go. Someone showed up saying we were heading somewhere else. A passage had been arranged for us to head north to find employment or housing, or education, and we wound up here.
False pretenses. Are any of you from Curlinfell or that area?
Oh, all of us from some place or another around here.
Okay.
We have been speaking this time, just saying words about where we are to take you, but perhaps we should ask you, where do you wish to go? We could take you back to the city down to the south direction. Perhaps that is a place that everyone could go find what they need. But is that what you wish to do?
Looking around at them, you see they're listening and they're thinking about what you're saying, but there's not much energy there. There's not drive or hope or ambition or longing. It's just exhaustion.
First, before we start asking all these
Perhaps,
questions.
yeah. Yes,
That's-
yes, I think you are right. Perhaps this is not a time for thinking of the future. Perhaps this is a time for resting in the present.
Yes.
These are all things that can hold.
Malachi, how long do you think food will be?
It can take some time. For this many people, maybe like an hour
Okay.
between prep and serving and all that stuff.
Let's get them all inside the warehouse for
Yeah,
now.
you
and out
you
of
all
this
take care
draft.
of getting that warehouse set up into a defensible encampment in case Calvin and his friends decide to come back, or that midnight emissary, whatever guy comes back, or
Mhm.
heaven forbid the beast shows up again. Turn it into some sort of defensible encampment. I'll worry about dinner.
I'm still waiting for this campfire, Malachi. I do not know where you wish to cook.
Just anywhere is fine, really. Just I need some wood, and I got the rest of the stuff with me.
All right, I shall gather some things over here to the far side of the warehouse, away from the road, perhaps, so the light will be harder to see.
That might be a good idea.
I will let you know when it's nice and warm.
And then if I could get someone, maybe Adam, to help me move the ingredients from the warehouse out here, that would be much obliged.
Adam nods and he goes ahead and starts walking over towards the warehouse.
Okay. So over the course of the next hour, 2 hours, you start setting up camp. The light is swiftly dying, and eventually the only light in this little valley is from the campfire set up by Calino. Crackling, popping sounds echoing off the valley walls and empty buildings. You gather the now freed captives into the warehouse after Adam has emptied it out. Rough bedding is made, but there is good shelter.
Coon would like to goof off and identify all the alcohol within the warehouse with his catalog of brewed beverages.
Okay, so
Fruit beverages?
Wow.
a better version of Lewis's book.
Oh wow.
To think I almost played a Forge Cleric.
Class.
Let's see. So, identifying the ale. This ale comes from Forl Creek. It is actually said in this valley, or in this region, that Lord Forl is the Lord of Wheat, and not an ounce of ale is consumed that is not given by him. The wine is actually of Valencian origin, and was aged for 20 years before it was brought here.
Dang.
Nice.
That's a nice wine.
That's a nice wine. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go and like kind of bandage up their wrists? I'm assuming they're probably real chafed.
Sure. Go ahead and make a medicine check for me.
Sane plus Antibion. 21.
21. So, with what supplies you have, various herbs, salves, poultices, you go around and treat the wounded. You notice that for some of the older ones, the manacles have left long-lasting impressions in their wrists. Younger ones, not so much, but there's still definite chafing there. Some scraped knees, legs, arms, faces. You do what you can to make them more comfortable, and you do feel the atmosphere in the warehouse lighten a bit as some relief is given.
Go into like some like chamomile tea in one of the pots from the bunkhouse and just divvy that out.
Yeah.
So.
That it is accepted gratefully, and a couple of them try to chug it, which doesn't go well, but they figure it out and sip it, and you can see some of the tension leaving their shoulders. You see some of them actually starting to cry a little bit in relief.
I will make sure I'm there with Snowdrop to help in these situations as best as I can. But the language barrier is a little weird, but I will do the best. Do the best that I guess I can offer.
So
it will be all right. It will be fine.
So eventually Malachi comes in, bowls of porridge, strips of meat, passed around and taken, thankfully, eagerly, for you all begin preparing the bedding for the evening. Is there anything you'd like to do before you turn in?
Yeah. We should probably set up some sort of rotation of like people who watch, so that like if something does happen in the night, we're not all caught asleep.
Yeah, I don't mind taking first.
I'll take last.
I'll take last with Malachi.
I'll take first as well.
I guess the other two in the middle? Second?
That's fine with me.
Also,
Alright,
how is the alcohol packaged?
It's in casks.
All of them?
Yeah.
The wine and
Yeah.
the ale? Oh, okay.
I wanted to go back up to Grunya and say, how you feeling now? Doing a bit better.
I'm okay. I'm not really like you lot. I don't think. I've never really interacted with people much, and so I've never really people like bears and things like yeah, like bears wander up to the Nington all the time, but the people I've not really fought them before, and I've certainly never killed one.
Yes.
It's not something I would like to make a habit of.
Right. Yeah. Most don't take that well the first time. Most people don't. Don't.
I would certainly hope not.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they said take us prisoners or kill us. They had every intention of killing us, I think, if we didn't do it first.
Right.
With self-defense.
And Right. And I'm glad we did. I mean, in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
But it's not... It doesn't make it really any easier, you know?
Well, look around you at all the people that we've helped. I mean, they're skin and bones. They weren't going... I'm surprised some of these people have lasted as long as they have.
And that's part of why.
Why it's
I mean...
you're doing okay and not worse.
Right. I think having something to do with my hands is kind of making it better.
Yeah.
Like, I can treat wounds. I can make tea.
Yeah.
Help soothe even a little. But
I can guarantee you this sort of thing is not normal.
Nah.
I mean, I've fought many bandits before, but it seems to be a bit of a different operation, and I'm fairly certain it's not normal in most situations.
it really is just a strange
Yeah.
experience.
It's strange for me too. Like I said, I've dealt with bandits before, but this is on a whole nother level. It would seem. I'm more used to the people that stick up on the sides of the roads in the wilderness and ransack carts and hide in a cave. That's what I'm more used to dealing with. So.
No, warn me about those. Thought I'd run into one. Probably will at some point, I guess.
Well, I'll let you get back to it. We'll be okay. Like I said, it's normally rough on people.
The first. Well, it is the first, but it's not the first time I felt bad like this, so I know kind of how to deal.
Yeah.
I'll be alright. Just need some time to think through things.
And she'll reach up and give her a good, like, clasp on the shoulder and go back to start making her way towards the door. She's gonna kind of sit in the doorway since the lock was kind of smashed, and pull out her lyre and start playing a soothing lullaby-y kind of song. So kind of putting herself in the door so nothing can get in without going past her, and playing something to try to help the people calm down.
Alright. So, settling in for a rest. First watch. The night is quiet outside, the light from the fire swiftly dying. I need you both to roll a perception check.
$16.
16.
I got a 21.
21. The night is quiet. The darkness grows. And the still silence is unbroken. Your watch passes. Round 2. I need both of you to make a perception check.
Who's round 2? Sorry.
Adam and
Calino.
Calino.
Yeah, you and John.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to make sure.
Boom.
Perception.
17.
17.
Also, at what
Hang
point
on, my
does
webpage froze. There we go.
What'd you get?
I hate this more than Roll20. I got a 4.
Sorry, man. What were you gonna ask, Tom?
I was gonna ask about at what point does it count as a short rest?
When I say it does.
This.
Alright.
I'll tell you.
I decide when you're rested enough.
Calino. As you and Adam are sitting in the dark, in the quiet, you hear something. Sounds like a chuckle. Or, no, soft sobbing? You look over toward where the people you rescued are. None of them are stirring. Look over at your captive. You see he's sitting up straight, looking around. You hear a sort of a wheezing, muffled scream, but then it's chuckling and weeping again. You've heard these noises before, but they were louder then.
Adam, do you hear that? Outside. That is what I heard before. I think that is the creature. We must get the others. Come. Tanith, Malachi, wake up.
I just fell asleep. What?
Shh. I think the creature is outside. I can hear it. Listen.
I listen for it.
Do you hear that?
It takes a minute, but with Kalano prompting and directing, you do hear it. You hear it moving.
Where's it moving to?
Slowly, quietly, just on the other side of the wall, pacing around the building. You hear a slight jiggle of the door latch. The door creaks ever so softly, and you see a single amber eye glowing in the opening. I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
I don't remember if I'm good at this.
Yikes.
Your class
no, I
is very
am.
good at them.
Definitely not.
Oh, that is like mega cocked. How are you standing like on
I'm
the
gonna
end of the dice?
use my inspiration for that.
Go for it.
Colton, don't forget you have inspiration.
What is the die
Have
for inspiration?
inspiration?
Is it just a D4?
It's just advantage.
Oh, it's
Oh, okay.
advantage?
You get one roll in the session that you can use advantage.
Oh, that's so much
Mother
better.
of...
That's so much better. Okay.
Can I do that then?
You can.
Yeah, we each got one at the
Or-
beginning. And I was saving it for something like this, and
Okay,
I was so
slightly
glad I
Yeah,
did.
going forward, my intent is everybody has one chance per session to just say, I want advantage on this. To
Oh.
make a moment, make a save. Just that little extra oomph of heroic power. So, Kalano,
19.
Snowdrop,
24.
Tanith,
18.
Adam,
13.
Goon, Tom, you there?
8.
8. Malachi.
9.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Oh
So,
boy.
Kalano, Snowdrop, Tanith, you feel dread. This sort of crushing fear, primal. You see, just in this one eye, a glimpse of something that could and would love to hunt and devour. But you steel yourselves against that fear. You stand strong. The rest of you, though, this is a new and strange fear unlike anything you've ever felt before. Like your very essence, your desire to live is being drawn from you. And you hear your captive, "Oh, no, ah!" as he also succumbs to the fear. As it just continues staring.
How far am I away from the door? Being on watch.
Being on
Did he
watch,
crack open?
at this point, you'd probably be about 10 feet from the door.
I would like to cast Prestidigitation and have a shower of white sparks scatter towards it, and it has a range of 10 feet. The sparks do. And I want to see if it lights up, illuminates any of this face at all.
Okay. So, you begin conjuring the spell. Throw your hands out, and there is a dazzling shower of sparks that partially illuminate. You see, the face looks human, actually. But drawn. The face is too long. The nose sunken in, the eyes glowing. No hair on the head or the face. The skin is this almost pitch color. And you see under the illumination a hand that's reached around the doorframe to hold it open, where the fingers are about as long as your forearm, with long claws extending even further out from it. And as the light flashes, it jumps back a little bit, disappearing momentarily. Before it does, Malachi, Adam, Goon, you each take 2 points of psychic damage.
Ooh. Solid.
And you hear your captive, who is starting to scream, let out a choking sound as he actually topples over.
Oh, shoot.
And we didn't restore any HP at all, right?
Not yet, no.
No, long rest is an 8-hour rest now.
You hear Kalano
Or
say,
short rest.
you hear Kalano, as that shower hits, you hear Kalano saying, Get back! Get back! Away from this place! This is a place of rest and of peace!
You hear, as you call out, you actually hear that laughing, sobbing scream echo loudly. All of your rescued prisoners startle awake. And you hear
Am I... Okay, go ahead,
from
sorry.
an opening in the wood near your head. You're the best toy I've had.
And like close the door and relatch it.
Yeah, the latch is mostly destroyed from the entry, but you do move some things in front of it to barricade as the door is closed.
Before she does that, I'm gonna use Druidcraft to make it smell like skunk, like around the door, just so it kind of... If he's more animal than man, I don't know, he looked strange. Maybe a deterrent, possibly,
Could be.
of a way.
Barricading the door is now a very smelly job.
Well, sorry.
I'm not
Afraid
sure
of the
what.
light.
Does the door open inwards or outwards?
Inward.
Okay.
Gun, are you alright? Snap out of it. Snap out of it. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Gun, I need you to go over there and check and see if there are any other entrances into the warehouse, or if this is the only door. We have to make sure that we have chance to rest and for these people to rest. We have this door. Go check in for other places, okay?
Okay. I'd like to
To-
look around for other entrances or openings.
Go ahead and make a perception check. I'm not going to say at disadvantage at this point. The fear is beginning to abate from your minds. As your senses begin to return.
right.
1 + 1.
Oh boy.
You look around, you see a wall. And a wall, and that's 3 walls, no more doors.
I think we're
Confident.
good, Casino.
Can I go up to our captive and see if I can rouse him, or is he dead?
Make a medicine check.
And D20. Yeah, 16.
16. You go up and you see he's unmoving on the floor, eyes stretched wide, mouth agape, almost in a silent scream. You go up and check the pulse. He's dead.
Well,
Eep.
Can I cast Lay on Hands on myself As selfish as that sounds,
You
Um,
can.
I'm pretty rough right now.
Just keep in mind, lay on hands only restores on a
That's-
long rest, and you're attempting to
Oh
take
yeah,
a short.
long rest is like 3 days.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, long rest is like 3 days, isn't it, or something?
Yeah.
yeah.
It
So
is.
Yeah.
use
so
your resources wisely.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I forgot about that.
All good.
What was that thing? Well, I know what it was, but what was it? Did you see it?
Look
Was
like
it
anything
anybody else
familiar?
Not to
Did
me.
anybody else get a good glimpse of it, or was it just Calno?
All I could get was the face, half of the face and the hands. I saw the long claws and something about this black skin. The eyes, of course. We all saw the eye. That's the scary part. And it talked. Did you hear it talk? It talked to me.
Did we all hear it?
No.
I didn't hear it say anything. I heard the like giggly, subby, whatever it was
that.
doing.
It was
But I
after
didn't
that.
hear it say anything.
You did not hear it. It
No.
said that we were the most fun. What was the word he said? Prey, hunt, game that he has had before. So this is sport to it. So it has. I heard it. So it is not a beast. It has a mind. This is troubling though, because the beasts we can take care of. On my home villages, the wild beasts we can take care of, no matter how vicious, for they were easy to predict. But if this thing has a mind, that's a whole story, I think. It knows we are here.
Did it look like anything that Ithna had maybe mentioned before to me? Like any of the tales she had told me of her travels before she settled?
Go ahead
At the
and
meantime?
make. This will be a history check.
Alright. Using intelligence or
Intelligence, yeah, you're trying to recall information. High DC on this because you did not get a glimpse of it. This is second
I
hand.
didn't?
No,
that's
Calino was the only one positioned correctly at that point.
cool. Yeah, no, that's
And he
fine.
didn't exactly give you guys warning on what he was doing.
Okay, that's a 16 plus 0, so 16.
You've never heard of a creature like this.
Or
No, I didn't get a good look at it, sorry. I saw the eye and wanted to close the door, but
No, Calino, you said this thing sort of looked like a weird human, but like sort of animalistic.
I do not think that person is the right way to describe it. Claws, long claws, black skin like tar.
But it talked to you.
Yes, I heard it. It spoke to me.
Does anyone remember how long ago the beast showed up?
Why, like yesterday when it found me.
No, when it first showed up,
like,
not when
Oh.
we saw it.
like 10 years ago when they said the...
It showed up 10 years ago and it killed all of Gorlin Mill, but then it disappeared and only showed up again recently. Does anyone remember when that was?
I'm assuming it's about a
Wasn't
month
that
ago.
when they first found the mine?
That tracks,
What-
about when they found the mine.
What
So,
I'm getting at,
Calvin... Yes.
is it Darius? The missing hunter.
I don't know. I think the hunter's been gone for a month, and
Yeah.
Calvin said they found this place about 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Well,
I think they had seen the base before the hunter went missing. I think.
they didn't answer any of my
No.
questions about the beast. They said they'd never seen it at all.
Right. There was a farmhand from what we saw on the flyer thing. A farmhand had found it attacking the cattle, but had no good description. and Greenwalker went missing about a month ago. Or I guess that was from
And
the tavern.
Mr. Grey Eye, the lovely man at the inn, said that it had been about 2 weeks. So
I need all of you to make an intelligence check for me.
We're getting all our
I
information
think I'm a
screwed
part
up.
of this because I wasn't there, was I?
Nice.
Yep, you're part of this.
Oh, cool.
you said a general intelligence check.
Yep.
17.
17.
Steven,
What's up?
given what you know about my character, 19.
Nice. 5.
18.
18. Adam.
13.
4.
Sorry, Goon, I missed that.
13.
13. So Tanith, Snowdrop, Malachi. It occurs to you. Calvin told you guys they found this mine 2 weeks ago. But your friend that you rescued says he's been here about 10 years, and they've excavated, and according to the documents you found, they've excavated tons over a 2-month period.
Mm-hmm.
Being straight. So they've been here for a while.
10 years. At least.
Whatever happened that killed off everybody at this town, somebody monopolized on it to have this excavation happen. Excavation. I'm not sure what this beast is. My best guess is that it has to do with this blue grass. Because if it's something not human, not a beast, my guess is it was brought in here by something. And Kalino says that grass has both protection and summoning magics mixed together in it. So my assumption is the grass has something to do directly with this beast.
Is
Is
it
my
possible?
best guess.
Is it possible that this mine here is there is some underground creature, maybe, or nest that has been broken into, and we are seeing denizens of things that don't typically come here? Maybe is that it?
Right. Possibly.
They did.
I mean, they got the college in Delrin involved. So I'm assuming there's some ancient thing down there.
But you found that letter in the fireplace. Was it even
The
ever
letter
sent?
that I found is on the desk. The piece of paper with the insignia to the College of Delrin was in the fireplace and mostly destroyed.
Well then,
But I think for now, we keep a close eye on the doors, close eye on any entrances. Get some rest and get these people out of here at first light.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's our best option.
Take the road, maybe purposefully try to be seen by that guard tower to get a proper escort inside so we
that's
don't
gonna
look
be a
weird
pain.
showing up with a whole bunch of missing people.
That's gonna be a pain in my ass, but yeah, let's do it.
I could do the
They
talking
only-
if you want, Malachi.
No, I'm not saying like that. What I'm saying is that the guards might take one look at us and be like, "You were off in forbidden land," and we could be like, "Oh, but look at what we found. We found a bunch of missing people." They could be like, "Well, you still broke the law, and the law says yada yada yada." I know how them folks are. No matter what good you do, if it's against the law, it's against the law, and they'll lock you in chains for whatever they can do. But you're probably right.
We also don't know who all has been involved in this, because it's been 10 years. If they came and they investigated after the Gorlin Mill, why is this the first time anyone's seen any of these claw marks? Why didn't they talk about it, you know?
I think there's a big cover-up going on here.
Yeah, that's my only thing about being seen by the guard. We don't know who's in on it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say maybe we go back to Mr. what's his name in Greenfield?
You
Maybe.
have to pass by guards to get to Mr. Greenfield.
No, unless we
Alright.
go the way we came. It'll take a bit longer,
We
but
would
it's a
still
safer
pass
route.
the guards. We passed
No,
guards
we
on the way
don't.
over here on the road.
No, we go
We did,
south,
but we weren't coming from
and
Forbidden
then we
Land
go
then.
east. The opposite of the way that we came.
Even if we go south to the road
Yes, we
and
go
take
south
the
to
road
the road.
east,
Yep,
we
and then we go east.
pass by a guard station.
Yeah, with a bunch of people in tow, and that's fine. They'll be okay. Or we could go bring them straight to Curlinfell and be like, hey, we found a bunch of people up in the mine. What are y'all going to do about it? Because once we get all the people, like the townspeople on our side, we've got numbers. We've got a little bit of, leeway.
So
Because we
you want to
rescued
go
a bunch of
straight
people.
back into Curlinfell.
Yeah.
Fair. We'll go through the hills and straight back into Curlinfell.
You must remember, though, that this creature, if it thinks of us as, well, at least me, I guess, but probably us, because I'm a rather boring individual. If it thinks of us as this prey, then it will be stalking us the entire way through, and we will not have a building to protect us. Are
It's-
we confident that we can protect all of these people?
It
Or
seems to have only been active at night.
Yes, of course, but can we make it all the way through the hills and around the way to the city in one day?
Yes.
Very well
If we
then. Okay.
go, if we go through the hill and just head straight south, it'll take us maybe half a day at most.
They're real tired though. They're real exhausted. They're real weak.
I'm
We
sure
we can't guarantee it.
I mean, they've got a good meal in them, and I'm pretty sure walking might be better than hauling stone all day.
Well, I have no idea where I am in the world, so trust your judgment. That's about all I can say.
I still stand by. We need to get some freaking rest.
Yep.
And get these people out of here at first light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. And she's gonna go back to her little corner and start plucking that same lullaby as before on her lyre, knowing their poor rescuees were woken up by all of this and wants them to try to sleep as best they can.
So, with the sound of Tannis' lyre, sleep eventually returns. Final watch. I need you both to roll a perception check.
So slow and ominously.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Goon, I believe in you.
He's not with us. Is he? No, he is. You're right.
No, Goon was with me.
No, it's Snowdrop and Malachi.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I thought Snowdrop did it earlier. Never mind.
No,
No,
I
it
haven't
was
been
me
yet.
and Goon earlier.
Oh, never mind. I got my people mixed up. Alright, it's all you, Snowdrop.
I got a 20.
20?
God.
What'd you
Yeah.
I
get,
got a
Malachi?
5. I got a 5.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yikes.
Listen, I got spooked earlier.
You got a big headache. It's fine.
I'm coming down off the adrenaline.
Oh, no.
I have a question real quick.
What's that?
Hannah,
He was
does
fine.
your character have a southern accent, or is Mike's fake southern accent ringing out your southern accent?
Who? Me?
You.
No, I'm Irish.
She's
Or I'm
Texan.
trying to. But I am Texan, so it's hard. It's
Okay.
hard, man. It's hard out here, okay?
Right.
It's hard
It's
to
a work in-
No,
roleplay.
you're fine.
It really is a work
I
in
understand
progress.
voice trouble.
No, it's okay. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not a voice actor, so.
It is its
Like,
own
an
thing.
hour.
There's no,
Hashtag not a voice
Figuring out
actor.
mine.
they're always their own thing. They don't have to mimic anything. It can just be their own thing. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Anyway.
the still darkness of the valley. You listen. You watch. Eventually you notice light growing. Feel a bit of a breeze and you look up. You see there are 2 windows above.
Oh.
one of which is just sort of limply swaying back and forth, hanging open, but empty as you see a brightening sky above. Dawn arrives. You all have completed a short rest. If you would like to roll any hit dice, you may do so now.
Yes, please.
I would like to use the good old wizard feat or feature.
Arcane Recovery.
Arcane Recovery. Get a spell slot back. Definitely. All right.
Man, Wizard was a good call with this short rest mechanic. Oh man.
All right. Ooh, a good heal there.
Yeah,
Don't
All
forget, you add your Constitution modifier to the roll.
Yeah, wait, how do... Click on short
Alright.
rest.
Also, Malachi, if you would like to use your chef feat, you can give everybody an extra D8 on their healing, if you
Yes,
would like.
I would. So I'm gonna roll another D8 because I'm gonna cook breakfast for everyone. What up? Y'all get an extra D8 if you roll hit dice.
Ooh.
Okay,
Very nice.
wait, how does it work on D&D Beyond? So I click on take a short rest, reset maximum HP changes during this rest, automatically apply healing with dice result. And then I select the box.
Yeah,
Let me
you
open D&D Beyond, because I don't
you
know.
select underneath that it says your class and it says hit die 1d8 plus whatever your constitution is, and it will automatically roll it if you check that little box, and then you can hit
Right. Take short rest.
take short rest and
Right,
it'll...
right above take short rest, there's a checkbox. As you get to higher levels, there will be more of those checkboxes. That's just...
For like how many dice you want to roll, how many hit
Yeah.
dice you want to roll.
Yeah.
It didn't roll the dice for me.
Did you check the box?
Did your hit points go up? Because it might not
No, they
do a
stayed
roll.
at 4.
Oh no, go back. Short rest.
Yeah, just take another short rest.
D&D Beyond. Oh no.
Oh, you have to click the little button first and then take a short rest.
Here's a
What little button?
wizard question. 'Cause I'm
Oh.
new to it.
Wizard
If
question.
a spell that is a ritual, such as detect magic or comprehend languages, that kind of thing, must they be prepared in order to cast them as a ritual
No.
that
Yes.
day?
No, because you would cast them from your spell book. If they do not have to be prepared the 10 minutes. Part of the ritual casting is having them in this, is like going through it in your spell book as well.
If the spell has the ritual tag and you have the spell in your spell book, you do not need to have the spell prepared.
Oh, it's
Cool. It just
different
has
for
to be-
wizards than it is for like clerics or druids, because I know for
Cool.
clerics and druids you have to have it prepared before you
Prepared.
cast
Yeah.
it.
Did wizards? It just has to be in your spell book.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Esilo did that a couple times.
Because I was looking
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we can roll a D8 if we want to?
Yeah,
Or-
from Mike's chef feat.
All right. Got it.
And we can
Appreciate it.
only use it on this hit dice?
Yes.
Okay.
So just roll a d8 and add it to your HP.
1?
No.
Rooney Tooney.
I'm almost at max anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
I healed for a lot.
That's good.
Hmm.
My
So,
rolls seem garbage.
Emil had a tense night past. You all step out into this new morning, watching the clouds begin to clear and the first glimpses of sky appear since you've arrived. Gonna go ahead and call it there tonight because it's getting late.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to anyone who tuned in. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.